money for your school system, you need to go to this charter system, and switch over from this system to a charter system. If you want funding for your healthcare system, then you have to close charity hospitals. I think Nagin was given those choices, and I think he very willingly made those choices, and it fit with his ideology anyway. But I think that if another mayor had taken more principled choices, they would have had even less support for the city. So I do place the blame more on the federal level and on the state level for the crisis that the city remains in.
What are you going to do now, Jordan? This is right before landfall, if in fact New Orleans is the epicenter of this hurricane as it makes landfall.
Well, as you mentioned, there's probably about 10,000 people left in the city. We're here, we're holding down. I feel, I'm on fairly high ground, not as high as the French Quarter or the Central Business District, or what's called the sliver by the river, or the Isle of Denial, where they're on, much higher ground. But I still feel pretty safe. But, I'm most worried about the people that in the days before the storm, went through the mandatory evacuation, didn't have their own means of transportation, and were put on buses, and in some cases were told planes, to places where even as they were in transit, they were not told where they were going, and no one was guaranteed a ticket home. And I really encourage people all around the country to really think about these people from New Orleans who went through so much to try and come back and to try and rebuild their lives and rebuild their homes. To see where we had, 3 times the rate of major depression than we had just 2 years ago. People have been through so much and fought so hard to come back, and now people have been shifted away. About 30,000 people, overwhelmingly poor folks, overwhelmingly people of color, overwhelmingly people with the least resources, were shipped to places all around, and we really need to fight for those folks to be able to come home, to be able to come back. I know organizations like the New Orleans Workers Center for Racial Justice were out there documenting problems that a lot of people were having, getting bounced from shelter to shelter, problems immigrants were having in being able to use this system to evacuate. And they're right now organizing out there in the shelters, contacting people. I know a lot of other organizations are out there doing it as well. Folks from the Loyola Law Clinic were out there monitoring the situation. Safe Streets, Strong Communities. Many of these organizers and organizations have been out there doing the work of really trying to reach folks and trying to help them to return to rebuild the city. One thing that was really painful for me as I was going around the city yesterday and talking to people as they were evacuating, I would ask people, if this is another situation like Katrina, will you come back? And overwhelmingly people were saying that, they would not come back. They just felt like they couldn't go through that again. They've been through 3 years and just starting to get their life in order. And if they have to go through the same hurdles that they had to go through last time to come back again, they won't do it. So we really need to help people to be able to come back to their city, to their family, to their community, and not have them go through another dislocation as they went through before.
Jordan Flaherty, I want to thank you for being with us. We will touch base again. Be careful, independent journalist. He's editor of Left Turn magazine. He is of about 10,000 people who are remaining in New Orleans. This is Democracy Now!, democracynow.org. We are breaking with convention. When we come back from break, Jon Stewart of The Daily Show on developments this week. And we'll look at the preemptive raids that have been conducted throughout the Twin Cities. We'll speak with a former FBI agent and a member of the National Lawyers Guild. Then Jeremy Scahill speaks with Vietnam veterans for peace about their fellow veteran, John McCain. Stay with us.
Like home ain't what it seems. Our government dropped the ball on us, but when election time come, they quick to call on us. So why you stalling us? Allocate the ends so we can lay our heads on our own land again. I'm just speaking for the president with no voice and no choice to give guidance. On my mind, and I know that one day we gon' rise. So let's keep it moving. I got New Orleans in my heart. Tell support. I got New Orleans on my mind, and I know that one day we gon' rise, so let's keep it moving. I got support. I just wanna make a difference in my hometown and let the rest of America know what's